Alright, welcome back to part 2 of the parts for Fallacy's birthday build, and today, or in this video, we're going to be talking fans. Alright, fans, let's do it. This is something that I have been super excited about. Reason being is these fans, up until a few weeks ago, or maybe about 4 weeks ago, have been super hard to get here in Australia. Been chasing different computer stores. I only have a select few that I actually really sort of trust, that I purchase from. The major one being Scorp Tech and Centrecom, but mainly because I live really close to Centrecom. So with this one here, that's not the box we want to open because I don't want to open one that's not open. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull out one of these. I'm not going to be plugging them in and showing you. That's for tomorrow. I just want to talk to you about why I chose these and why I think anyone who's doing a computer build that is looking for high performance fans, if you're doing a high-end build and you want to get high performing fans with a great aesthetic, because I mean, let's face it, if you're building a high-end gaming rig or a high-end PC, why are you not spending a little bit extra on aesthetics, unless it really does blow your budget out? But for something like this, I think if you're going to buy high quality fans, you may as well buy these. So let's talk about them. Now, you've probably seen a million videos about these, so I'm not going to go into tech specs. I'm just going to go into a little bit of it. So they're the fan rating there, they are 120mm fans, these ones. They come in a pack of 3 that I bought. I was lucky enough to get 2 of them because I needed 6 fans. In Australia, you're looking at $139 roughly is what they sort of go for a pack of 3, and about $35 to $40 per individual fan. A little bit of a top tip or a buyer's tip. If you need 5 or more, well, if you need 5, just spend the extra money and get a second box. It never hurts to have a spare fan, number one, because if one fails, you can send one back to the manufacturer and you can still use all your fans. But also too, each of those 3 packs comes with a control box and mounting hardware and little bits and pieces and stuff. I don't see, or I think it is a good thing to have a spare on hand, because if the control box gets hot or you snip the wire or whatever, you've got a spare one to keep you going, right? So let's talk about these fans. The main reason I bought these fans, you can thank Jay's 2 cents for that. It's the quality. I'll bang on about quality about these things all day. There really is attention to detail. There really is, just holding it, you can just tell, like, there's no flex in it. Even the anti-vibration pads, they just feel really good quality. Even down to the brushed, I believe it's aluminium in the middle. It's just super high quality. So they've really thought about the aesthetics, Lian Lee. And the funny thing is if this had been done from the start, this never would have had to happen this late. All right. The major issue that I've always ever had, if you're trying to add RGB into a case in your fans, that creates another wire. So if I'm putting 6 fans into my case, that's 12 wires that I would have to individually wire up. Number one, it's not really a great idea without a controller to start daisy chaining everything off the one header. Number 2, it becomes a nightmare to control what colors are what. And number 3, where the hell do you put all the wiring? So that's why these are, that's why these have come about. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about more about how they actually work. Okay, so how do these things work and why are they so special in terms of changing the game for fans? Number one, if I told you I could connect 4 of these in a row and use only 2 wires to plug them in and control them, if you're a PC builder, or especially if you're beginning to build PCs, having all that wiring is so daunting. If you've just got 2 wires per one run of fans, and each run can be up to 4 fans long, that's going to take a lot of the pressure off. The other thing too, and I'm just going to come around here out of shot, just bear with me, it's the aesthetics. I mean, you have a look at, this is the fan. So you've got the Lian logo in the middle, nice brushed aluminium. They've really thought about the detail. You've still got more of that brushed metal. Just, it's thick, it's strong, it's very tough. See, look, it doesn't flex. And also too, they've thought about the connection. So you probably can't see it because I probably can't get it to load, but there's actually markings on there to tell you how to connect them. So I'll get a second one out here. And while I'm doing that, these fans, if you're interested, the RPM range of these fans is 800 to 1900 RPM. So they will push a fair and significant amount of air. Right. So these are going to be these first 2. So I'm going to do these 2 on my AIO, which if you've watched the video before is the Fantex Glacier 1 240 MP. You'll see that on one side, you've got your sort of your connections, that part there, and then you've got the pins on another side. All you need to do is line those up. There's holes, there's guiding holes, so you're just going to put the guides in, like so. Probably best to go that way. And then you're just going to push them together, like that. Simple. All ready to go. Those are now daisy chained. They will work in conjunction or work in a line. And if you have a look here, you'll see the grey or the plasticky parts. That's your RGB. It's all nice and diffused, and it's on both sides, which is quite amazing. So it will actually, no matter what side is showing through, whether it's the top side or the bottom side, great for using on radiators, you'll get lighting. So that's cool. Now you're probably thinking what this is. Well, there's your 2 wires that are going to connect to the controller. And it connects pretty much the same way that you connect 2 fans together. So you're going to take the pins, you'll see those raised sort of pins, and you're literally just going to slide them into their guides and then click. And that's how you connect it. So you can connect up to 4 fans, and then these wires would run to the control box, which you'll have stashed in the back of the case somewhere. It's designed to be nice and low profile as well. So in pretty much every case that I've seen, you can easily attach this to the back of the motherboard tray and you'll be able to connect it. So to show you that control box, that's what it looks like. So it's not very thick at all. And it can hold up to 4 banks. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'd put each of your cables in there. Everything that I've spoken about today are the reasons why I've chosen these fans. So it's not just one thing. I mean, it is aesthetically, it is a very beautiful looking fan. Tech on spec wise, it is a very good performing fan. I haven't heard of anyone actually not liking these fans. They come in black and white. So if you are doing a white build, you can get white ones as well. So that's something to keep in mind. And they also do 140mm as well. The case that I'm building, it comes with 2 140mm fans in it, with a Lian Mesh 2 Performance, but I want to have a streamlined sort of look about it, so it'll hold 3 120mm fans. So I'm going to put 3 120mm fans in there, otherwise it'd just be 2 140s. The 2 140 fan kit is approximately the same. It's about $140, and I think they're individually about $65 a fan off the top of my head. But they're starting to be in stock a lot of places now, so you shouldn't have as much trouble as I had getting them over the last sort of 3 to 6 months. But yeah, so that's the Lian SL120 Uni fans. So we'll go in more depth, and I'll show you how I'm going to set them up in the live stream. Now, don't panic. The live stream is going to be recorded as well, and I'm going to try my best to get as much footage of it as possible, so that I can make some videos and stuff. However, I'm running a one-man operation. I'm considered vulnerable to COVID, so I'm taking precautions and not having too many people here. I may have one person stop over, but if they do, that would be great and it would be much help. But we'll see how we go. So other than that, that's the fans there. We're going to take a look at a couple of other components tonight as well. So they'll be following on videos as well. We're going to upload them all in one go so you can have a watch before tomorrow. But as we always say, keep building and keep learning.